What's up gamers, in today's video I'm going to be talking about all the characters that pair well with Father or Knave or Arlecchino or Cappuccino's kits. I'm going to be talking about what she does, why these characters work well with her, how she can be slot in teams with these characters, and so much more. Also, if you want to see Arlecchino updates early and dreams I'm not allowed to show on YouTube, make sure to check the Discord. Anyway, since I hate long intros, and I know you probably do too, let's get straight into the video. I think that it's super important to start off with a quick breakdown of her kits and what she does. Arlecchino is a 5-star pyro main DPS character who is primarily a DPS that doesn't provide much support to the team, but all she does is appreciates all the support characters' buffs. She uses Bond of Life, which is a mechanic that absorbs the healing effect a character receives. It's basically a second health bar, which is a portion of the character's max HP. Most characters can heal this Bond of Life off, but Arlecchino gains benefits the more Bond of Life she has. So because of this, she literally does not have the ability to get healed at all. Her only source of healing is her elemental skill, which is a slash that applies this thing called Blood Debt, and what Blood Debt is it's a tick of damage that gives Bond of Life depending on how many ticks it has done. On the first tick, she will gain 20% Bond of Life after Arlecchino does a charge attack on an enemy with Blood Debt. The second stage gives 25%, and then the final stage gives 30%. You can also get to 80% Bond of Life by simply just killing an enemy. And lastly, her burst just does big damage. This was a quick summary of her kit. Check out this video after to learn about her full kit. Also join the Discord to see the dreams I'm not allowed to show on YouTube. Now for the characters that pair well with Arlecchino. The first character is Bennett, the good old Pyro Archon. Because Arlecchino doesn't get healed, his healing is absolutely useless for her as an individual. But what's not useless though is his attack buffs. Because of the attack buff Bennett provides, and Arlecchino being an attack scaling unit, he's one of the best characters to pair with her. His E skill can also be a good source of energy regeneration for Arlecchino if you suffer to get energy recharge. This probably won't be the case because she has such a low burst cost, and just by having good substats you might be able to have enough energy recharge, but it's cool that that's an option. Now for the next best character. Xingqiu. The reason Xingqiu is one of the best characters to pair with Arlecchino is mainly because he is a Hydro sub DPS and provides damage mitigation, which Arlecchino would appreciate. He also allows her to vape some hits, and this is just a huge increase, especially if both Xingqiu and Arlecchino are paired up with Yelan, who funnily enough is actually another character on this list. Yelan does the exact same thing as Xingqiu since they're basically twins, except one is tall, hot, isn't a bookworm, does a ton of damage, isn't a bookworm, and lastly, isn't a bookworm. Yelan has a passive that will increase Arlecchino's damage from off-field over time, and also applies enough Hydro to allow Arlecchino to vape most of her hits. So solo Yelan with Arlecchino works, but so does solo Xingqiu with Arlecchino. The one you go for highly depends on who you have built and your preferences. Go for Xingqiu if you aren't that good at dodging and would appreciate his supportive abilities, while go for Yelan if you're good at dodging and want more damage. Or just use both of them. Now we have Kazuha. Kazuha has a great support for a lot of characters. He doesn't really do anything special for Arlecchino in specific, because he basically offers the same thing for her as he would for multiple different characters. He can provide crowd control and burst for the team, as well as holding VV, which is one of the best supportive sets in the entire game. The only problem with Arlecchino is that she can get bounced around and straight up killed by strong enemies if you're not focused or skilled at dodging, and this is where the Geodaddy comes into play. Zhongli is a good pair for Arlecchino for his tanky shield. Using him in a team where you might have used a buffer or a sub DPS might result in a bit of damage loss, but his shield makes playing with her easy, and she would still be able to put out a good amount of damage. Oh yeah, if you're enjoying the video, why not like, subscribe, and join my Discord down below. It's a super fun Discord server because we host giveaways, talk about Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, and so much more fun stuff. We also have a ton of funny individuals that formed their own cult with sus names like this and this. If you're interested in joining them and creating your own interesting name, feel free to join. I'll personally rate your name on a scale of 1 to 10. Plus, we also have Arlecchino dreams which I can't share on YouTube, so if you want to discuss this topic, just join the Discord. It takes only a few clicks, and I can guarantee that you will love it there. The link will be in the description and the comment section because I like to make things easy for you guys. But let's get back into the video. The next character I'm going to be talking about is none other than Chevreuse. Chevreuse alone isn't going to be that helpful, but pairing her and Arlecchino with an electro character is where things change, because now it becomes an overload team. One of Arlecchino's best teams is an overload team because Chevreuse just buffs that reaction a ton. She's just like Bennett because she can also provide healing, except Arlecchino literally doesn't want it at all. The only thing that she wants is buffs because she's a picky character. Since Chevreuse is also pyro, this means she can act as a battery for Arlecchino, making her literally Bennett 2.0. All in all, these two work well together, and it's good to see that Chevreuse is starting to work well with more and more characters. The next character on this list is Fischl. Fischl is the best electro character to use with Arlecchino in an overload team because she's very flexible and does a ton of damage from off field. Now the reason why she's the best option is because comparing her to other good off-field electro characters like Raiden and Kuki, she provides the most damage. Raiden would be the best in a reaction-based team because she applies a ton of electro from off-field very fast, also in an AoE, which is good for danger reactions, but the damage output wouldn't be from her skill itself, but from the reactions. Yet in an overload team with Chevreuse, her off-field damage wouldn't be good at all. Kuki is literally just useless since she won't be healing Arlecchino, and her damage is just due to water. That's why Official is the best electro option. In Burgeon teams, mono pyro teams, or even melt teams, Dea is a good option because she provides a ton of interruption resistance since Arlecchino is similar to Yoimiya in the sense that she is going to be spamming normal attacks and can be knocked around a lot. Dea is also on the same boat as Zhongli, where she provides comfort for the player but can lead to a DPS loss. Lastly, we have the two cryo characters Rosaria and Layla. Rosaria can be played in a melt team, providing some cryo as well as a crit rate increase, which would allow you to build Arlecchino more damage focused, while Lynette acts as Kazuha 2.0 because she can swirl, use VV, and provide buffs. But what makes her different is the fact that she taunts the enemies, which provides protection for Arlecchino. Those are all the characters that are going to pair insanely well with Arlecchino. You guys might have noticed that I didn't include FURINA, even though she's one of, if not the best character in the entire game. The reason why is because she will constantly be draining the team's HP in hopes of it being recovered and her getting fanfare to buff everyone. And the clear problem here is that Arlecchino cannot be healed by other characters like Jean, Baizhu, or Shan Yun, so she'll constantly be at half HP even after healing herself with her elemental skill, assuming you're actually taking damage. Maybe that issue can be solved if she's not taking damage from enemies, but that's one of the reasons she's not on this list. You could argue that you can get fanfare from other teammates and a little bit more from Arlecchino herself, but at the end of the day, if FURINA can be used in other teams, why use her with Arlecchino? In my opinion, I think that Arlecchino is going to be a really strong DPS character. I'm still not sure if she's going to be better than Nivelette because she's still new, and of course things might change from now until the time of her release, so take everything with a grain of salt. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, wanna like, subscribe, and join my Discord down below. It's a super fun community, and if you're someone with a nice and funny personality, I would love for you to join the Discord. It literally only takes 1 second to join, and if you do, I can 100% guarantee that you will not regret it. The link will be in the description and the comment section for anyone that is interested in joining and will actually do it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.